So what we're going to do here today is a heirloom tomato consomme with a cipollini onion and aged Parmesan tart. So first of all, you take the tomatoes. So into the blender. First of all, the tomato. So really, it's very simple, especially if you have a blender like that. You got the cherry tomatoes I just put in. Take that away. Then we have the cucumber. Okay, can go with the skin on, no problem. The seeds, pardon me. Then we have the red pepper, which has been cut. Remove all the seeds, take off the stem. And that goes inside. And you'll see that's a lot of product here, but once you blend it, it will become a very thick consistency. We'll put it through the cheesecloth, and you'll really see the process, because normally you would make this the day before. A little bit of garlic. The recipe there, I would cut down the garlic, because the garlic in the Far East is much stronger, believe it or not, than the American garlic. And tomato ketchup, not because we want to put on the French fries, but so we'll put it in the soup. So that's important for the color and a little acidity. Okay, so that's why you have the tomato juice inside. Just wanted to get it moving a little bit, because sometimes if you don't control a blender properly, you put it in, you forget to put the lid on, you have this mass explosion, and you really don't want to be around when that happens, you know. So I'll repeat, we have the tomatoes inside, cherry tomato, cucumber, red pepper, garlic, tomato, a little bit of raspberry vinegar. You can use any vinegar, but I like raspberry vinegar because of the color. Tomato juice is inside, a little bit of basil I put in, and then sugar is here to really see how much acidity the tomato has. And then the sea salt. Okay, so we'll blend that up. Once you blend that up, you'll wonder why or how it can become very clear, because it's obviously very cloudy with all the tomatoes. And this will be, taste it. It's actually already, I don't really have to do anything to that at all. I'm just going to make sure it's completely blended. Okay, turn it off. And then into the cheesecloth. And you'll see it'll take about, see already it's coming out. And this will become very clear. As long as, important is that the cheesecloth should actually be 2 or 3 times. Okay, so at the same time, we have the cipollini onions, which we peel. You can leave them whole, but I like to peel them. You put them inside with, and the recipe says vervin. I've got a lemon tea, is also good. You could actually use Earl Grey tea. I just like the lemon flavor, it really goes well with the tomato. Okay, a little bit of garlic again. I put the tea bag in already, so I don't need to show you how to open a bag of tea. That would be really silly. And of course we'll use some Italian panna water, just a little bit, because we'll infuse that. We'll turn it on. We have a little bit of sauterne on there, a little bit of tarragon. And all you do is cover the onion. The onion just, you cook it for about 15 minutes. You poach it, a little bit of port wine on the recipe. And you'll wonder why you put port in, but just a little bit of color and a few tarragon leaves. Okay, so far we've got the onion, which we'll poach, and then a little more water. Excuse me. So this will poach on the side, and at the same time we have a little puff pastry, and this is going to be a garnish on top of the onion. And I have one already, so all you do is just slice the apple. And all it is really a little garnish, and it sits on top of the apple, on top of the puff pastry. And we bake that into the oven. So you pop that into the oven. It takes 3 or 4 minutes until it's crispy on the bottom. Okay, so we take the onion, which is already poached here. So you put the little onion inside. At the same time, I have a little dried tomato. These are the Roma tomatoes, We rubbed in olive oil, a little bit of garlic and thyme, and actually cooked for 90 degrees Celsius for about 8 hours. Tomato confit. And then on top we put the little tarts. Okay. A little peppermill, which is very important to make sure it's tasted. And just a little bit of basilic on the recipe. Just a little bit, too much. Basil and tomato go very well together. So, okay. So really, it's almost like a tomato water. So that's the first course. Okay.